Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Miles Morales Spider-Man issue number 1. That's a gorgeous cover, isn't it? But, I mean, Brian Stell flees. Duh. So anyway, here we go. We got, I already said that Stell Freeze is on the cover. Saladin Ahmed is the writer. Javier Garren is the artist. David Curiel is the colorist. And VC's Corey Petit is the letterer. It's funny that the editor, Nick Lowe, he writes the little thing in the back, right, for us to understand what's up, his love and all that stuff. And he mentions like the main tie between the original Ultimate Spider-Man, the Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man, versus this current run of Spider-Man would be Corey Petit, because he lettered both sides. That's funny. You gotta take it where you can, man. I don't know what to say. Anyhow, the art in this comic book is fantastic. The writing is great also. I feel like this character in the beginning, this teacher, I forget what his name is, but anyway, I feel like this is supposed to be Saladin Ahmed, just like an older, whiter version. I don't know. I don't care. I think that's funny because like he's giving writing tips that are actually really solid writing tips too. The idea of writing down stuff in a journal, you get more comfortable with the pen, and everybody should get comfortable with the pen. Nowadays, anybody can jump on a freaking keyboard and start, you know what I'm saying, put together a string of words in a sentence with some autocorrect, but you should honestly get used to the idea of writing. And that's to say nothing of just using your thumbs for texting. But we get a whole bunch of montages with Miles Morales, and it's great. So, look, this is an issue number 1, and I'm going to say that you're not going to know everything there is to know about Miles Morales when you jump on this comic book, and that's perfectly okay because this comic book gives you exactly enough to know where you stand with Miles Morales. All right, it gives you just enough of his history. You could go into greater detail, like, oh, he technically comes from another universe, the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, but it was also melded with this current version of the Earth 616, so it's perfectly okay, right? It doesn't touch into that. It's almost like it never happened because it doesn't really matter right now. If you're reading Donny Cates' Venom, you'll see something different over there, but that's okay. Here, you're perfectly fine jumping on this comic book and just reading. It's good. It's definitely good. I'm not familiar. I don't remember this character Judge, the third roommate for Miles. You got Genki is in here also, but this Judge character, I actually kind of like him. Miles is dating this girl Barbara. I didn't read a whole bunch of the previous run. I only jumped on it towards the very end. I remember he was dating somebody. I just don't remember if it was this Barbara girl or not. Doesn't matter. I'm good with it here. This is great. We already run into a story where there's these characters. They look like they're robots, but it turns out they're actually, this is in issue number 1, so bit of a spoiler here. They're actually not robots. They're kids who have been hypnotized somehow to conduct robberies, but they're also kidnapping people. Obviously, one of these people is going to be the Rhino's niece because, well, the Rhino shows up, and the Rhino's freaking awesome in this. Like, first off, again, did I mention the art is spectacular? Crap, man. Javier Garren is just like, yeah, I'm here now. Don't worry, guys. I got this. I ain't worried. We good. Rhino is believable in this. It doesn't look like he's just getting punked out. Miles Morales had to fight Rhino in this, so that's cool. I hate when characters get punked out, and I swear the second I saw Rhino, of course, I'm like, oh boy, it's an issue number 1, and Rhino shows up, so he's obviously just here to get completely punked out. He got beat-ish, but he didn't really want to fight in the first place. But he's also the Rhino. He's also dumb. You know what I'm saying? Poor for intelligence. Reasoning, I should say. Anyway, yeah, he just, I don't know. He didn't want to fight and Miles was exhausted. But Miles was the one that really forced this fight because he didn't want to listen. I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. I know Miles is a lot smarter than Peter as far as his emotional IQ, his emotional intelligence is concerned. But nonetheless, in fact, we actually get to see some of that in here. There's a part where Miles says, "Oh, the original Spider-Man, Peter Parker told me don't ever, don't ever tell your parents your secret identity." And I tried to maintain that for a while, but I found it so much easier when they know and they just respect your choices, your wishes to go out there and do that. Miles has always been miles ahead. I'm sorry, the pun. I thought to not go with it, but he's always been miles ahead of Peter in the relationships department, in the ability to actually talk to people. And oh my God, here's the word, trust other people. Love that. And that legacy continues in this book. Saladin Ahmed has this book, dude. This is awesome. I'm definitely loving what I'm reading here. Again, great jumping on point for whomever. And yeah, all intents and purposes, seriously, full steam ahead. This is awesome. Like, if I had to make a complaint about the comic book, here it is. It's a monthly comic instead of a twice monthly comic. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. Anyway, all that being said, I can wait a month for this, absolutely. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.